Good day, viewers at home. Welcome to the McPherson Show. Thank you very much. You are all welcome. You're all welcome. And today, we have an exciting and thrilling topic for you. And the topic for today is, when will you marry? That's it, We have some wonderful people in the studio who will be sharing their stories with us. I bet you don't want to miss this. So stay tuned as we take a commercial break. Stay glued to your TV. We'll be right back. You're welcome back. So tighten your seatbelt as I take you on an exciting journey on When Will You Marry? Now, let's begin. Over to you guys.
My name is Diana Campbell. I'm an accountant. I come from a family of 3.
My name is Tunde Kolawole. I'm a civil engineer.
My name is Ngozi Ekweme. I am a banker.
My name is Ruth Davidson. For me, marriage has always been something I looked forward to. But I never wanted it so fast. Not until my parents started telling me how they were becoming old and how badly they needed grandchildren. So they would always pop up that one question.
Ruth, when will you marry?
When I was done with school, I'm a master's degree abroad. I came back to Nigeria and started working. I wanted to build my dream. I wanted to build my empire and become the man I've always wanted to be. But life became tiring when my parents started asking,
Tunde, when will you marry?
As a young lady, life was interesting when I was done with school and started working. But life became frustrating when my parents started telling me that a young lady must get married before 25, unless you become the laughingstock of the society. They never stopped asking me,
Diana, when will you marry? Everything was going on fine, not until my parents started telling me how their friends' children has gotten married, and how my cousins, who I am older than, has gotten married, and how they have been going to other people's children's wedding. They never stopped asking.
Ngozi, when will you marry? Okay, viewers at home, we just got started. Stay with me as we take another commercial break. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. So, tell me, Mr. Tunde, Miss Diana, Miss Ngozi, and Mrs. Ruth, before getting married, did you seek the face of God?
To me, anytime I was asked, when will you marry, by my parents, and I told them I was waiting on God and seeking His face, but my mom will say,
before you were born, I have been seeking the face of God on your behalf, my daughter. The wait is over. I need grandchildren.
My parents even went as far as imposing my father's friend's son, Soji, who lived in America, on me, saying both families had agreed that the both of us should get married. I remember asking my parents if they had seeked the face of God about their decision, and my father said,
immediately I entered Chief Johnson's house, God spoke to me That is your husband.
And my mom said,
I even sent his name and pictures to Prophet Ezekiel. And Prophet Ezekiel said he is your husband. You see, God spoke to your dad and spoke through Prophet Ezekiel. So Soji is your husband.
I still insisted that I would seek the face of God. And my mom said,
Are you saying your dad and prophet did not hear from God? I am your mother, Diana. I want the best for you. Your father wants the best for you. Soji is a nice man. Please, for my sake, marry him. Please.
and I was wondering, are they the ones that will stay in the marriage forever? So you see, seeking the face of God was what I've always loved to do. But the pressure from my parents wasn't encouraging.
Before I got married, I'd always wanted to marry according to the will of God. I had female friends around who liked me, and I liked and admired some of them too. But I didn't want to marry wrong. I didn't want to regret at the end of the day, even though my parents kept asking me.
Tunde, when will you marry?
But that never derailed me from seeking the face of God concerning who to marry.
To me, seeking the face of God was not in my dictionary at all. Anytime I went on Instagram, I saw people post their wedding pictures. The annoying part was even the ones I was older than were married. And I kept seeing their wedding pictures posted on Bella Naija. I was so eager to get married and to see my wedding pictures posted online, especially by Bella Naija. I wanted to feel among. Social media was where everybody was showcasing their wedding skills. I wanted to do that too. I was eager to get married, but not to any kind of guy. I mean, I wanted a classic wedding like the ones I saw on Bella Naija.
Yes, of course. I sought God's face, and I even waited on Him. Not until when all my friends got married and I was the only single lady amongst them. Their attitude towards me even changed. And to make things worse, my mother never stopped comparing me to my friends.
Look at your friends. Baby, she is married. Even Bola, Shei, Timmy, Tolu, Bimbo are all married. And your cousins, whom you are older than, Cynthia, Buki, Tola, are all married. And you are here, forming single lady. I pity the devil that is playing with your brain. Ruth, when will you marry?
I started feeling so sad, especially when I saw my friends with their husbands and they were always posing with their wedding ring on their finger. You know, that kind of, yeah. I wanted to feel amongst. I wanted to be called somebody's wife too.
I think at this point we need to take another commercial break. Hold on, don't touch that dial.
It's okay.
Some books their trust in chariots and others in horses. Wow. But I trust in the Most High. Why I never go high? Wow. So tell me why I never do shakara when I got this. Wow. Tell me why I never do younger when I am too good. I go to younger, too younger. Nítorí mo ní Jésù, I go to younger,
So can you tell the viewers at home, how did you manage to handle the pressure you were all facing?
For me, the pressure managed me. I couldn't manage it. I just wanted to be among. I wanted my wedding to be on all social media platforms, especially on Instagram and Bella Naija. To be precise, I met a guy on Twitter. We got chatting. He couldn't wait. On the third week, he proposed. It was just too fast, and I loved it.
Well, truth be told, I couldn't manage the pressure from family and friends. My parents never stopped comparing me to all my friends and relatives that were married. Do you know how it feels when all your friends are talking about their husbands and you're left out? I just wanted to be a part of something. I just wanted to be in the picture. I wanted to belong. I couldn't handle the pressure. I couldn't.
As a man, I decided to move out of their house, to stay on my own, believing the pressure will be reduced or the pressure will end. But my mom in particular, will never stop calling me. Hello, Mom.
Ah, my son, how are you doing? How is work too?
Fine, Mom.
Tunde, I saw your picture online. You are not looking healthy. You need a woman to cook good food for you. And take care of you too. Tunde, when will you marry?
At that point, I discovered I couldn't run away from the pressure I got from my parents. So I decided to take it as it came, but I never gave in to it.
For me, it wasn't easy managing the pressure from my parents. At times, it's always easy for the man, but not always easy for a lady. My parents kept insisting. I married the man they wanted, and that's Soji. Even when I brought Shola home, the man I really wanted to marry, my dad said,
Is that the man you say you want to marry?
Yes, Dad.
That's one that came here with that nonsense under Accord.
There's nothing wrong with the car.
Shut up. When Soji drives Range Rover and the latest Mercedes Benz, whoa, you are going to marry Soji and not that bastard of a man that drive one nonsense under Accord.
Viewers at home, stay glued to your TV. We'll be right back. Let's take another commercial break.
Not be my mama, definitely not my papa. I dey try but not be me fine pass. I go school, I no make it first class. Ask, not be by muscle. I work hard but not be by hustle. I not be strength cause strength it can crumble. I got the friends but friends that can fumble. Now God be my uncle, you do my front, now he be my backup. I not be man cause money can back up, no good so. Now he be my chairman, now be why me I know they fear man. I don't know why it's a nigga share my destiny. God is good, and my God is good. God is good, and God is good. My God is good, and God is good to me.
So at the end of the day, due to the pressure you were facing, did you marry when your parents or the society wanted you to?
For me, I didn't marry the man I wanted. I married the man my parents wanted. I married Soji. I married him because I did not want my mom to continue crying. I married him not because I loved him, but because my parents loved him, and because I love and respect my parents.
Well, for me, I married at 32. Normally, the society believes a young man should marry at 24, 25, 26, 27, or 29 or 30 years. But I didn't marry when the society or my parents wanted. I married when I was ready. I married the woman I prayed for. God blessed me with the woman of my dreams. I was convinced in my spirit that she is the one.
For me, I married the man I met on Twitter. Our wedding was glamorous. It was awesome. It was the talk of the town. It was on all social media platforms. Bella Nigeria never stopped talking about it for a whole week. I was so excited.
I married for so many reasons. I married because I wanted to feel among, because all my friends were married. I married because my parents wanted me to marry before I clocked 25 years, just like all my friends did. And my mom would always say,
Ruth, I married your dad when I was 21 years old. You should marry before 25 years. I mean before 25 years.
Oh, let's take our last commercial break for today. We'll be right back. Don't touch that dial.
I'm a winner today, I'm a winner tomorrow. Bring me your body shape. I'm a winner forever. I'm a winner today, I'm a winner tomorrow. Bring me your body shape. I'm a winner forever.
Our time is almost up. Can you quickly tell us, how has your marriage been so far?
For me, I've been married for 15 years now. And it's been hell. I'm not enjoying any bit of it. I'm just enduring. I'm not enjoying. I'm not happy. I don't have peace. I've always wanted to opt out of this marriage. I even wanted a divorce. But my parents pleaded with me not to do it because they are ministers in church. They are wondering what people will say. They keep telling me to endure. Because that's what marriage is all about. Endurance. My advice to singles out there: don't marry who your parents want, but marry who you want. Because it's you who will be in the marriage forever. Marry who you love. Seek the face of God before you marry. Please put God first. Because it's not easy enjoying a marriage you are not enjoying. But for me, I accept it as my fate. I accept it as my destiny. I regret my actions. But I don't have a choice now.
My marriage. I never even knew the man I married. He's a drug addict, a womanizer. It is said when you marry right, you'll have a prayer partner. But when you marry wrong, you'll have a prayer partner. My prayer every day is for my husband to change. I'm really suffering in my marriage. And anytime I cry to my parents, they'll tell me that I made my choice. But I did that because of the pressure mounted on me. My advice to every single person out there is this: never ever, never you marry because of peer pressure. Never walk down the aisle because everybody is. Never say yes to that man just because the society says you must be married before 25 or 30 years. Marry at the right time. Marry when you're ready. Seek the face of God before you say I do. So you won't have to cry every night like I do. Just think. I'm sorry. I think I'm getting too emotional.
To me, it's been the most wonderful experience so far. I've been married for 12 years and still counting. Not that there have not been challenges along the way. Yes, challenges have been coming. But when God is at the center of it all, there's always peace and joy at the end of the day. My advice to every single out there: always seek the face of God before getting married. Wait on God, and at the end of the day, God will lead you to the one that will be the best thing you've always wanted. Because for now, that is my experience. God bless me with the best thing in my life, which is my wife.
At the 5th year of my marriage, and after having 2 boys, I got to know that my husband was married before with 5 children. But he didn't tell me. Everything happened too fast. Today I'm a single mother. It breaks my heart anytime I remember I was once married. My advice to all singles out there is that don't rush into marriage. Not everything you see on social media is true. Bella Naija will tell you how beautiful the wedding is, but will not tell you how wonderful the marriage will be. Not all happy faces on social media are truly happy. Seek the face of God before you marry. I regret my actions.
Wow, viewers at home, hope you've learned from these touching stories. I feel like crying at this moment. Never give in to pressure from family, from uncles. Never give in to peer pressure. Forget about the social media. Remember, not all happy faces are truly happy. Remember, Z World is not the reward. Bella Ninja shows us how beautiful the wedding is without telling us how wonderful the marriage will be. Telemundo is just a tales by moonlight. You don't know what you are missing until it arrives. Seek God, seek His face before you marry. Remember, anything good is worth the wait. We have come to the end of today's topic, when will you marry? Stay tuned to your favorite and trailing show, The McPherson Show, same time, same station next week. I remain your wonderful host, Richard McPherson. Take care and bye.
Everybody it's okay. It's okay. Everybody it's okay.